Bombay House. This is a simple looking head office of the Tata Group in Mumbai, India. But Tata Group is anything but simple. Started as a small trading company by Jamshedji Tata in 1868, Tata Group now has more employees than Toyota, Coke, Facebook, Microsoft, and Google combined. It now operates in over 100 countries. So let's tighten our seatbelts and take a world tour to witness the remarkable business empire of Tata Group. Our first stop is North America. Here Tata Group owns the luxury hotel Taj Campton Palace in San Francisco, Taj Boston, and one of the world's finest and New York's iconic hotel, The Pier. Tata's Tetley Tea is the second largest tea company in US and largest in Canada. They also own popular brands like Good Earth and America's third largest coffee company, 8 O'Clock Coffee. Tata's IT service company, TCS, operates 24 offices in North America. And while their animation and design lab, Tata Elixir, also operates in 8+ locations in the region. In manufacturing sector, the group operates a soda ash mining company in Wyoming, iron ore mining company in Quebec, Canada, steel manufacturing facilities in Ohio and Pennsylvania, and also a coffee production plant. In all, Tata Group employs over 20,000 people in North America, about 3 times more than how many people Microsoft employs in India. Now let's travel to South America. TCS employs more than 8,000 people in 8 countries in South America. The group is also an investor in the first submarine fiber cable network between US and Brazil. Tata is also own world's largest subsea fiber cable network. Today, 25% of world's internet routes travel over Tata's subsea networks. From South America, let's travel to Africa and land in the port city of South Africa, Cape Town. Here, Tata Group owns the historic luxury hotel Taj Cape Town. In nearby Zambia, they own Taj Pamodzi, one of the most luxurious hotels of the country. Tatas also operate 2 wind farms in South Africa and a hydroelectric power project in Zambia. The group also owns Jokels, South Africa's third largest tea company. Tata trucks and buses are one of the top sellers in Zambia, South Africa, and Kenya. In manufacturing sector, Tata owns a chemical plant in Magadi, Kenya, which is Africa's largest soda ash manufacturer, commercial vehicle assembly plant, and a steel plant in South Africa, and finally a manufacturing and a power plant in Mozambique. From Mozambique, we will move to London, Buckingham Palace, Queen's official residence. Close to the palace, Tatas own the luxurious Taj 51 Buckingham Gate Suites. The hotel also has the world's first Jaguar suite for all the Jaguar lovers. Nearby, the St. James Court Hotel is also owned by the group. Tata's Tetley is the largest tea company in the UK. Their other European tea brands include Vitex, a popular brand in Poland, Jemka, the market leader in Czech Republic, and Grand, a coffee brand in Russia. Tata Steel is one of Europe's largest steel maker, and TCS has been awarded as the best employer in Europe. Jaguar Land Rover is also owned by Tatas and is the largest manufacturer of premium vehicles in Britain. The group also operates design centers in London and Paris, and one of the world's largest e-learning company in UK, Germany, and Switzerland. Tata employs around 60,000 people in Europe and is also UK's biggest industrial employer. To end it all, Tatas also own a relatively small company called British Salt in the UK. An Indian company owns British Salt. Quite ironic if one remembers Gandhi's Salt March carried out against the British Raj only 88 years ago. Now let's travel all the way to Sydney, Australia. Here in Sydney, TCS began its first operations in Australia, and now the company operates across Australia and New Zealand with over 10,000 employees and clients like Qantas, Telstra, and Commonwealth Bank. Tatas also own popular Australian coffee machine brand MAP and operate data centers across Australia through their partnership with NextDC. The group also holds stake in Scarborough Downs coal project in Queensland, Australia. Finally, we have reached Asia. Let's start in the desert sands of the Middle East. Tata's Range Rover is one of the most sought after four-wheel drives in the region. Tata Motors is also a leader in the medium and heavy commercial vehicle segment in GCC countries, while TCS has multiple offices in the Middle East, including an all-women IT services center in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The group also owns Titan watches, a leading brand in Oman and Bahrain. They also own a logistics company in UAE and the luxurious city hotel Taj Dubai near popular landmarks like Palm Jumeirah. Finally, Voltas, Tata's leading air conditioning brand, has completed major mechanical and air conditioning projects that include Burj Khalifa, Dubai, international airports in UAE and Bahrain, Ferrari Experience, and F1 racetrack in Abu Dhabi. Southeast Asia. From deserts of UAE, we will move to South Korea. Here, Tata owns South Korea's second largest heavy commercial vehicle manufacturer, Tata Daewoo. In Singapore, Tata's steel plant is the largest single cut and bent steel operations worldwide, while the group is also the largest producer of long steel products in Thailand. Tatas also own stake in oil and gas blocks and coal reserves in Indonesia and are developing power generation projects in Myanmar and Vietnam, and even operate a life sciences research company and own plantations in Singapore and Indonesia. Even Tata's Voltas has executed engineering projects like New Hong Kong International Airport and Cyberport Business Park in Hong Kong, China. Here, TCS has 6 global delivery centers. Tata's own 2 rolling mills, a refractories factory, an auto parts factory, green tea manufacturing plant, and also have a Jaguar Land Rover assembly plant. We have reached South Asia, the beautiful and scenic Maldives. Here we will find the lush Taj Coral Reef with white sands and scenic view. Moving ahead to Sri Lanka, Taj owns the picturesque Taj Bentota and 2 more hotels in Colombo. Tatas also provide telecommunication services in Nepal and Sri Lanka and have even deployed a hydro project in Bhutan. After our long world tour, we have finally reached India. Here, TCS is the largest Indian company.
TCS becomes the first Indian company to hit $100 billion in market cap.
Tata Motors is a leader in commercial vehicles segment. Titan Company is India's largest manufacturer of branded watches. Tatas also run largest jewelry store chain Tanishq, while their Tata Power is India's largest integrated power company. Tatas also own steel plants, tea plantations, automobile manufacturing units, chemical factories, and even own mobile networks and DTH company Tata Sky. Not only that, they operate airline Vistara and also manufacture defense helicopters and equipments. Even Starbucks in India is jointly owned by the Tatas. Tata has not only created a massive business empire, but also multiple social institutions like cancer treatment centers, mathematics and science research institutes, and also the first planned industrial city of India, Jamshedpur. 66% of the group's shares are held by a charity trust. Across the world, the company has been involved in multiple social programs. Tata is truly an incredible company and has traveled a long way from Mumbai to be now present all across the world. All I can say is, this is Tata's business empire.
Wow. Well, all I can say is this company is very rich, but has a heart, because as we can see earlier, 66% is to charity. Wow. Oh, richest and kindest person in the world. So, raise your hands if you are employed at Tata company. Raise your hands in the comment section, guys. It's so big. The company is so big. He must own a lot of companies in the whole world. I wonder what he owns here in the Philippines. I know 8 o'clock product. We have that here. It's the product is the juice, 8 o'clock juice. I don't know if he owns that as well. So maybe he owns it. Wow, that's a massive empire. Tata, this is maybe this company already owned by his family, because I don't think he is still alive, or I mean the founder here. I don't think Mr. Jamsetji Tata still living, right? So maybe the company is already owned by his family members. So tell me. And wow, that's massive. All right, crazy.
Jeez.
Wow. The only word I can say is just wow. It's like they really own almost the whole world. That's just wow. Speechless.
That's crazy. I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know what to say. Like, that's just crazy. Tata, like, I've never even heard of the company, and they own, like, but this happens all the time where, you know, you're in your bubble, and suddenly you hear about this company that's got like $1 billion. You're like, oh, what?
You know, actually, I've heard about them.
You heard?
Yeah.
You have? Okay.
Yeah, when I saw the tracks, I've seen some of their tracks because...
You recognize their train tracks?
No, I mean... the name.
I know those train tracks.
The name.
Those are Tata train tracks.
The tracks. I've seen them.
Okay, gotcha.
So I know, and the hotels as well.
I know those train tracks anywhere.
I know. I can notice.
Those are Tata train tracks.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
Indistinguishable. I mean, distinguishable from any other train tracks. Get out of here. Those are Tata train tracks. You ain't fooling nobody.
You have something about it?
Huh? No, I don't. I never heard of Tata before this.
Oh.
They got their hands in every darn thing. I mean, that's what happens a lot. I mean, you got these companies like Samsung or Google. Well, Google's parent company is Alphabet, I suppose. But you have these companies that just like have so many offshoot branches. I'm just completely flabbergasted at like how does, because it's obviously not one person, right?
Oh no.
You have these different units, but somebody's at the top. I want to know what kind of decisions they're making. When you have this spider web, or this just web of all these different companies, what is this person at the top really deciding at that point? Other than, still good? Okay, going back to bed now. Can I go back to my massage?
I mean, probably sometimes like
Yeah.
they're making calls and like, okay, stocks are good, like here's a good, okay,
Yeah.
I'm out.
I was hoping they were gonna actually go into the history of Tata as opposed to just talking about what they own. It's really neat to hear about all the
It's
different
really
things they own.
interesting.
But I would love to know more about just the profile of, okay, who is this person that started this? Where did they come from? Did they come from wealth, or did they come from rags to riches?
And how this
You know,
idea came out,
Yeah.
and like how it all happened, because it's huge.
Right. Yeah.
And we really want to know about that.
Right. I would just love to hear more about that stuff to figure out how that transcended into all this other stuff. Nintendo, for those of you that are like into gaming and whatnot, Nintendo initially started out with a lot of different businesses that had nothing to do with video games. For instance, they once owned a love hotel. That was a thing where you went and had love at a
How do you
hotel.
know?
Yeah, just look up their history on Wikipedia. I mean, this is actually widely known.
course.
Yeah, Nintendo's actually had a lot of different businesses before they got into video games. They had a card game business as well. Like they had a lot of different things. I don't remember all of it, but like Samsung's got the phones, they got the TVs. Sony's venturing into
Sony,
cars.
yeah.
Sony's got films. Sony has televisions and the video game system and the phones and all this stuff. It's just nuts how big these companies are. And you see more and more of this. Like Amazon, what doesn't Amazon have, right?
Yeah.
It's just nuts. Disney, all these companies.
Disney has
Yeah.
everything as well.
This is what Fight Club's all about. Instead of having other planets like Mars or Venus or whatever, it's gonna be like Planet Denny's, you know? But it's just like owned by a corporation.
Sounds good.
This is entirely possible.
Sounds good to me.
'cause-
I would love to have a planet. Why not? Like to anyone. Like, but like a lot of stuff can make it in there.
For anyone with smelly ears from the Ukraine,
Oh, come on.
come to Planet Alina. Alina Smelly Ears.
Smallier.
Smellier.
Smaller. I will just name it Alina. It's just gonna be easier.
Business empire.
That is actually. It is funny how the next thing that pops up is the the CCP on the thing. Yeah. But yeah, it's just like it seems too good. There has to be some dirt in the water, but if there isn't, that's an amazing business model right there. They're always gonna make money. They offer something. If you bring great changes like what they're doing, providing a better quality of life around the world to areas that don't have it. Benefit of that is they're basically integrating people to go into their work. They're creating more workers for themselves. They're creating the better brand you have, the more people are likely to use it. It's just the way it works. I like it. I like it. It seems like they're doing everything right. I noticed there's a part 2 to this. There might be. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check it out. But because this does say part 1. So I want to see it. I want to see if this was all the good stuff they do. And then, oh, this one's about the dirt. This is everything wrong they've done. But still, it seems like they're does the good. Hopefully it's just good. Hopefully part 2. I'm just speculating because it seems like it's like from my experience, companies this big, like I work for a company that asks more and more and more and more of the employees who aren't qualified. The problem is the employees who are qualified end up hurting themselves and wearing themselves out to constant hospital visits over and over and over again, which I probably need to go visit, because they don't want to pay out to have enough employees to actually do the job. They'd rather have the ones who are overly qualified for the position carry the load of the people who aren't qualified. That's an American-based company. So I'm well aware of the scheming little things they do to make sure their bottom dollar doesn't get touched. And the employees have to suffer for it. Even though the employees, oh, you still get paid the same. You don't have to worry. But there are not enough employees to do the job, that the employees have to cut corners and end up hurting themselves in the process. Yeah, it's the way it works. It's corporate America. It's how it's designed here. I like how they seem to be doing it for not only the shareholders, but for the people that work for them. They're trying to do what's best for the people around. If you employ people who are marginalized against in a certain community, they're not only going to work harder for you, but it's going to build this huge positivity about your brand as, let's face it, times change. Everything gets better. Everyone grows up and realizes, that everyone should care about everyone. And people will always look at the brand that saw it first, unless we're all taken over by, one of those companies that is literally buying out everything else and strong arming any other company to silence any kind of, shade about them. And I'm pretty sure most people know who I'm talking about right there. Yeah, but I'm curious to see part 2. I'll probably watch it, come out with it in a day or two, just because build some tension. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. I'm fascinated by this. This was actually really uplifting. I hope part 2 isn't the I'm gonna break you down now. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
crazy. I didn't really know anything about uni more than me going into it.
Yeah, like I remember at school in my business, well actually not school, college, I did a business essay on TATA, but it was mainly just covering Jaguar and Land Rover. It didn't cover
Loads. So when you're having your Techni
anything
tea,
else.
that's tartar.
Any coffee. I just can't believe
Aircon,
how they're
that's
so
tartar.
they're I can't believe how broad they are though. Like how can you go from cars to tea to steel to hydro. Like, it's all just very
Covering a lot
clever.
of things. Your Starbucks in India, that's 50% Tata.
How much money would they have given Starbucks to take that
A
over?
lot of money. That would cost a lot.
Because that
of
Starbucks
money.
wouldn't just give that like up for
No.
a little bit. It would have to have been
That's
big
crazy.
money.
That's crazy. Thank you for recommending this. This is really different.
Really
Because I didn't know. Normally we go into a video and you're not sure what to expect, but I didn't know really anything about it, so that was good. It was a good learning lesson.
So how did you like the video?
It was pretty intense. If somebody asked me what Tata is involved in, I'd
Be like,
be
everything?
like, everything?
And do you know the owner of Tata Group, the Ratan Tata? He, like, as he said, like, he's like, they do a lot of social work.
Yeah.
So Ratan Tata, when COVID hit India, he donated buttload of money to help the people.
That's good.
And recently he even, because he owns like airlines and stuff, so he put a lot of money for the frontline workers to get home. So he gave away everybody like free flights so everybody can get home.
Super nice. I
Yeah.
remember hearing about that.
Yeah, and he's like, every time if my country needs me, I'll give away all my money for my country. So yeah, like mad respect for that guy. Like
Yeah.
I truly like, respect him because like he started from India and he went all over the world and has achieved so much globally. So mad respect.
Yeah. He's basically dipped into everything from
Yeah.
tea to steel
To Starbucks, to cars, to hotels,
to
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Tata was such a big company. Like there's big companies like Coca-Cola. I'm
Yeah.
not sure Coca-Cola is, but then Tata is like on the next level.
Oh yeah.
They're involved in everything.
Exactly.
Fantastic,
It is
isn't
indeed. It is indeed. It was like, wow.
it? It is so impressive.
Just around the world, and the most fabulous thing is that he provides employees with adequate conditions, and they feel happy. It's the best ranked the best employer, right?
Exactly.
So that's very important to look after people that work for you.
That's
I think.
correct. Tata has done so much for the prestige of India, right? Taj Hotel, the one that you saw in Mumbai, just opposite the Gateway of India, was attacked by the terrorist on the November 26th, and it was Ratan Tata had put a challenge for his engineers to reopen the hotel as soon as possible. And it was open after the top floor being completely destroyed by firing, bomb, and everything like that. It was reopened within less than a month's time.
Okay.
Right.
Wow, that's
So
quick.
that was the answer that
construction.
exactly Tata gave to the world, that nothing can stop India. And it's beautiful because the story has it that Taj building was built because there used to be another hotel in front of it or on the side or something or the other, where JRD Tata's great-great-grandfather went over there, and at that time in the colonial time it was British who were there. So British said, you guys are not allowed inside, Indians are not allowed inside. So Tata built this massive monument in front of that and said, this is our answer, Indians are allowed in here. And for a very long time British weren't allowed in the hotel. So
Okay, wow.
it's truly a prestigious company, a very honorable company, a very honorable person, Ratan Tata, and he has proved himself phenomenal over and over again.
It's
So-
interesting also the variety of businesses. It's not like he's focusing on just technology or automobile manufacturing. It's coffee, it's tea, it's other sources of energy, hydrogen.
Exactly,
I don't know. It's just impressive.
So yeah, he's like IT,
Investing
manufacturing, iron, or plantation for tea. He's like in everything.
The salt.
Yeah, exactly. So Tata is just such a solid name in India. It's a synonym for the Indian government, Tata, and it's beautiful. It's amazing. The video is very nice, very
Yes,
compiled.
that's very, very nice. Great job made by the authors. It's a really, really nice video. It's important also the fact that it's highlighted that, well, yeah, he does businesses, he's good in terms of the conditions for the employees, etc. But that's not enough. He's doing more. You know, all the social work for betterment of the society and of the children is really important, because he's giving back to the country. So he's not only providing jobs, but he's also helping people through organizations, which is amazing. And I think we need more people like him, not only opening businesses. That's when they show Starbucks. I thought it's amazing that this is a partnership. It's not like a foreign company come into your country and take all the earnings to their country.
Exactly.
Which it shouldn't happen. I think the country should own at least half of it, because it's providing all the infrastructure and the clients. So I think that's wonderful, and shows a lot. Also his strength as a negotiator. He made it. I don't know how, because the Starbucks everywhere else isn't different. And I'm just giving that example because it's the one I remember now. But there are other important things that are in partnership. So I think that's wonderful.
It's fantastic. He is a very generous man. Even during the time of the lockdown in India right now, he's given so much money to the charities, to the doctors. All the doctors in Mumbai or wherever they have the hotels are staying in the hotels.
That's
and
amazing.
They have received such phenomenal things. There are like pictures coming out of the hospitality that they've been offered, these very important workers. The hospital.
That's wonderful, and I just takes my attention that I haven't really heard a lot about this, and I think it's, well, I can't say that because but I think it would be nice that it's openly known, so maybe other business owners of hotels in other places will provide the same help to the health people working in the health services, because they are doing a lot for all the people during this coronavirus pandemic.
So having said that, we could go on longer than the video about Tata, because I am so very impressed by Tata. This video is just a summary, but I've been impressed with Tata since the time I worked for them, and they've been so crucial in building the country and the moral fiber of a lot of people. So thank you very much for your recommendation, guys. This is truly an eye-opener video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We absolutely loved this video.